Today on Treys Tutorials, we give new life to this fabric as we go around flying through the skies and saving people and fighting crime. Come on, let's go. Welcome to Treys Tutorials, where I show you guys the ins and outs of some of your favorite costumes and props. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a Superman cape. Let's go. What you're going to need: about 2 yards of whatever color fabric you want your cape to be, another strip of fabric about 2.5 feet long, a pair of scissors. I would not suggest these, but I was just too lazy to get my cutting scissors, a writing utensil, whether it be a pen or a pencil. I would not suggest a marker, and a sewing machine. I didn't want to break my mom's sewing machine by throwing it into shot, but you'll see it later on in the tutorial. So yeah, there you go. Oh, and don't forget your trusty Superman pillow for moral support. First, what you're going to do is you're going to put your feet about an inch away from the bottom of the fabric and mark about 3 inches from your shoulders. Then what you're going to do is you're going to cut a slit in the fabric, a straight line from where that mark you made is, and then fold the fabric over so then you get a straight cut each time. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take that fabric and you're going to do a little jig in it, and then lay down again, making sure that you got the right measurements, and then measure a line about 3 inches from the edge of the fabric to your shoulders. Then what you're going to do is you're going to mark in those lines very nicely, like so. And then make a line from the bottom of the left to the bottom of the right marking. Then cut that out and it'll look like a rectangle, because it is a rectangle. Then you're going to cut a slit about 1/2 inch into the fabric, 1/2 inch to 1 inch. So then later on, you have something that you can sew to make sure that the fabric doesn't fray on the ends. Then you're going to make 2 more cuts, one on that side and then one on the other side, about the same length as the other cut. So then you're going to measure about, my shoulders are kind of wide, so I measured 10 inches, but you can do 8 to 9 inches and from the neckline, and then mark there. So then mark that amount there, so mark it on the other side, so then you can cut that and make it even. Then what you're going to do is, after you mark it in really well and mark it in to the size, the length of the neck cut, you're going to fold it over to the tip of that marking, and then it should make around a triangle all the way to the end of your fabric. Now you're going to want it to be at the tip of the end of your fabric, like so. So then you're going to do that to the other side, and you should come out with something similar to this. Now what you're going to do is you're going to cut down that marking you made, and then cut down the line of fabric, like so. Now you're just going to keep cutting until you get to that tip, and then do it on the other side. Then you'll come out with a product like this. Now what you're going to do is you're going to sew those edges of the cape, and make sure you start out with the top of the neckline, the shoulder pieces. So then you can get those done and then just keep going around the edge of the cape. I added in a slower shot so you can kind of see what my mom is doing. What she's doing is she's rolling in the fabric like that and then sewing it. Now what you're going to do is you're going to fold in those shoulder pieces, and you're going to do one fold at a time, so then we get kind of that folded look like Superman has on his shoulder pieces on his cape. So you're going to do one fold, then do the other. Now make sure that both of the shoulder pieces are around the same width, so then it doesn't look kind of wonky when it's on your shoulders. Make sure that the folds are even. Then you're going to take that long 2.5 length of fabric and sew it to your shoulder pieces of your cape. Now what you're going to do is how to put on the cape. So what you're going to do is you're going to take the front of the cape and face it towards you. Put your arms through that hole there, and then flip the cape over with the strap and the cape to your back. And there you go. Now you're wearing an awesome cape. You can do cool things like swinging it, or, you know, even put it in a movie. So there you go. That's how to make a Superman cape. Enjoy. So there you go, you guys. That's how to make a Superman cape for your costume. So a little tip on different ways that you can, different things that you can do while you're wearing this. I noticed that when I'm walking, it really bunches around the legs. One way that I figured out how to fix that is just by lightly holding onto the side with your arms. So maybe even just going from the back, and then it glides really well behind you. So yeah, it's just another tip. So that's how you make a Superman cape for your Superman costume. So I hope you guys enjoyed the very first episode of DC Superhero Week. Next week, I don't quite have the prop ready yet, so there won't be a trailer after any of these this month. But next week is going to be how to make a Batman belt, which I'm very excited for. I've been wanting to make a utility belt for a while, so that one will be a lot of fun to make. So yeah, come back next week to see that one, and then like this video and subscribe. Like the video and subscribe, and then comment down below what you guys would like to see me make next. And yeah, check out my Facebook page, which will be in the description. And yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial as much as I enjoyed making it. And I'll see you guys at the next tutorial. Up, up, and away! Wah! Today on Treys Tutorials, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a Superman. Nope, no. Welcome to Treys Tutorials, where I show you guys the ins and outs of your Welcome to Treys. Let's go. Welcome to Treys Tutorials, where I show you guys the ins and outs of the No, I'm ill now. Today on Treys Tutorials, we give new life to fabric as we wear a cape and go around the... Today on Treys Tutorials, we give new life to this fabric as we go around saving...